McDonald House in Iowa City at the University of Iowa. And what a tremendous thing. Those families would often stay there, and we get them tickets to go to the University of Iowa home games, and it just meant the world to them.
Yeah, fantastic cause, Steve. Looks like people come out, they're all wearing the Ronald McDonald wig, so tremendous night for basketball.
And the Sydney Kings in this New South Wales rivalry get the first possession. As Cooper brings it up, they get it to the hot man, Ben Madgen, a career high 30 last week against the Gold Coast. And he hits some amazing shots as Luke Cooper just inside the three-point line. Glenn Saville with one of those rebounds that Brennan Joyce likes. Throws it to Larry Davis. And good hands to reel that in, and they've got the first score.
Well, they're going to let Luke Cooper shoot all night. Nolan Gordy, they'd be happy for him to take that jump shot all night, Steve, because he's more of a penetrator. As you say, great rebounder by Glenn Saville.
Graham Dan, he's another guy that Wollongong will let shoot on the backdoor cut. He throws it away. So a missed three-pointer by Luke Cooper and a turnover by Sydney to start it off.
Yeah, slow start for the Kings. Turnover with a missed jumper.
You back on the smaller Luke Cooper down on the block. He gets him into the paint, gets it to Oscar Foreman for three. Comes up short. Madgen runs down the rebound. Sydney dodge a bullet. He won't miss many of those.
They sure do, and I like the fact that they posted up Eubanker against Cooper right off the bat.
Dan looking for some space. Tries to get a little closer. That's no good. Here come Wollongong. Saville finds Larry Davison. He puts it on the floor. That's a block.
Wow. A little unlucky there, I reckon. That was very good defense.
I think he guessed the right way.
I think that's a charge, Steve.
I think he guessed the right way, and he got it. Matt Campbell on the patented baseline out of bounds. Graham Dan gets the loose ball.
Well, that's a wide open look for Matty Campbell. Normally he'd knock that down.
He's got Madgen. Madgen gets it into Grant on the mismatch. He gets to the middle of the paint, and just the sweeping right-hand scoop shot is good for Sydney. We're all tied up, and that'll get the fans here at the sand pit to sit down.
Yeah, great decision by Ben Madgen. Great patience. Grant had a mismatch on Campbell.
Ubako with a hesitation, a stop and pop, and Grant and Anatoly Bose pull down the board. Bose gets it to Dan. Sydney will slow it down.
Well, Hawks have had some good looks. They seem a little tight, Steve. They are expected to win this game, so that means a little bit more pressure, even though they're on the bottom of the ladder.
Saville blocks Bo's shot. Gets it to Dan. His pull-up jump shot is short. Dan runs it down. I thought he was kind of hard done by. He looked like he got the ball.
You'll see the replay, Stevie. He hits Saville in the head, and I reckon the referee's got the right call here.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't see it from that angle, but he clips him on the top of the head. You can see a little bit of body there.
Brad Geish with that call. He referees tonight, along with Brad, Tim Mills, and of course Ray Hunt. Saville with a good pump fake, then throws it away. He's looking to hit Larry Davison on the seal. Bose in transition.
Now Grant should have been rewarded there, Steve. He was way ahead, but he didn't get the basketball.
Davis on a little touch pass from Oscar Foreman after the turnover from Anatoly Bose.
And news, Ray Hunt, only 3 games to go. I reckon one of the top 3 all-time referees going to retire, Steve.
Yeah, he's had an outstanding career.
Easy basket for Madgen there. Gordy wouldn't be after that. That's way too easy defensively to allow someone to get a layup like that.
Ubaka gets all the way to the rim, but misses the layup. Here comes Sydney.
I tell you what I don't like about that. Ubaka gets to the rim, and not one person went to the boards. So it was going to be the kid's ball. That shot didn't go down. And that looked clean from behind.
Well, see, this is where I think it's inconsistent. Some refs just call it automatically. Other refs, there's contact and you don't call it. I think it just needs to be consistent across the board. Wollongong complaining, and Sydney get the inbound pass.
Well, Steve, if someone gets the ball clean, I don't think it'd be automatic. That looked like it was clean. You know, we teach players where they go past their opponent with the ball to cross the ball over to avoid that situation. So it's poor ball handling if you don't protect the ball. So why would you reward a guy if he hasn't protected the ball? Darryl McDonald would have fouled out of every game.
Darnell Mee.
Darnell Mee. The right
Guys
coach.
that pursue from behind.
Well, and we're talking about long athletic players. Sometimes you're going to get beat, but you actually teach them, say, chase the ball down, use the length of your arms and see if you can pick up a steal. The referee's just got to look at it and adjudicate according. If it's a foul, it's a foul. If it's not, let it go.
I agree with you. Matt Campbell just behind the three-point line, comes up short. Bowes with another rebound.
He pulled his hand back on that. I can tell when Matt's going to make a shot. He pulled his hand back. Should have followed through.
Gines with a wide-open look, and Shane Heel told me that if Gines gets a good look, he can knock it down. So his light isn't as green as Ben Madgen's. Well, he's got the freedom to shoot it.
I actually coached Alex in the ABA, and he averaged 20 a game and about 10 or 12 boards before he went to college. He's a pretty good kid. The difficult thing for him is he quick enough to play to three. I'm not sure. He's a little undersized for the four, but he can play.
Ben Madgen after the steal by Grant. They find the open hot Ben Madgen. Grant goes upstairs and knocks it loose. Sydney with some extended pressure on the Hawks.
Well, they look tight, and the Kings look loose. The Kings are the underdog here, no question, without Kazoo. So they've come in loose. I don't know why, but they look a little tight. Looks like substitution here. Martin for Ubaka. I would have thought that Matty Campbell would have been the one coming out after missing so many shots. No disrespect, but
Conrad in as well. Kings have run off 9 straight as Wollongong need one on this possession. Foul occurred before the hook.
Gordy probably sees something. Obviously, he knows what the game plan is. But I thought Ubaka's aggression to the rim looked pretty good. It's a little surprising. And we talked about having 2 penetrating guards.
I like that.
Yeah, and when you've got Reece Martin out there with Ayende, it would have been interesting to see that. But he's kept Matty in there. We'll see whether Ubaka comes back anyway soon.
Campbell with another good look. That rims out. Leonard Davison has it deflected. Martin Hitty with the heads-up play.
Well, Matt couldn't ask for another better open look, and that's his game to knock down the open shot, Steve. So he's had a couple of good looks. We'll see what goes on from here.
Luke Martin into the game for Luke Cooper. Hitty up top, gets it to Bowes. In rhythm going left. That rims out just a little short.
And he's a great shooter, too. I would have thought that'd go down.
Campbell steps into that one. That one's good.
Well, sooner or later, he's had that many open looks. He's going to knock it down. And credit to Matt to keep shooting the basketball.
Probably the last one felt good.
He's getting wide open looks, Steve. So some of these are going to go down.
Madgen left open, gets it to Hitty. He just bobbles the ball and loses it. Martin to Oscar Foreman. Hitty with just a mental error there. He was caught in no man's land. He wasn't helping and he wasn't identifying the shooter in Oscar Foreman. Hawks have run off 6 straight, and now they're only down by 1. Hawks down 11-10. We'll be back.
Why pay cash to sell your car? Why have people constantly calling you on the phone?
Ben's car, Chloe's car, Pete's car, your mum's car, Dave's car, Amy's car, your car, Eric's car.
We're buying a car. We're buying a car.
Try this for size. Save in style with the amazing Samsung Galaxy S2. Now only $5 per month on Vodafone's great value $29 plan. That'll keep you busy. Power to you. Vodafone.
Welcome back to the Wollongong Entertainment Center. Caught up with Gordy McLeod before the game, and I asked him, with no Kazoo, does that change their game plan?
Well, not really, because we did a pretty good job against them last time when Julian played and took him out the game, and it was grand. It's Alatali Bowes, absolutely had a field day against us the last 2 times we played, and obviously Madgen's been very good as well, and we really had a lot of trouble with Grant, with his mobility and his athleticism. So it'll change things a little bit for us, but not too much at all.
Well, I think that would have been the game plan. If he stopped Kazoo, he did a good job on getting the ball out of his hands, and that's why Bose and Grant were able to run free.
That's true, Steve. And so you focus on and you expect other players that you're coaching to step up if there is a total focus on one particular player. Eddie has made 2 mistakes. He should have finished that pass from Magid, and as you say, lost the guy in transition, so I'm interested to see how he comes out of the timeout.
Bose just muscles his way, and then that's impressive. I know he can knock down shots from the perimeter, but he mixed a couple of those in there. That'll get the guy closing out on you hard. My goodness, what a finish. That was a man-sized finish.
Well, you know, I like his game. He can catch and shoot, and I see a lot of potential there too, Steve, as I think back to Glenn Saville when he was younger. So, you know, he's got the potential to become a great player as well. I like the fact Shane's changing up the defense, throwing a bit of a challenge against the Hawks and not just letting them come down and do what they want to do.
Kings go back on top by 4. Conrad going right, pull up is short. Smallest man on the court. Luke Martin pulls down the board. Bose at the 3-point line.
You sure let it go. He's a scorer. Let it go, boy. There you know how I think when I'm on the sideline. You can shoot. You got a light, green light.
Gines up and around, showing you his confidence out on the floor on the offensive end. Martin.
Wow.
Oh. Is that another block?
Yeah, Reese was marvelous.
Oh, no, it is a charge.
Oh, okay.
We get another look. He's out of control. He's just there.
Yeah.
Gines isn't sure which way the call goes. Ray Hunt, initially, he didn't show the charge motion. He showed a push. But clearly, it was Reese Martin with the push, and Sydney get that call.
Well, your back has come in from Matt Campbell. I think the Hawks have lacked leadership, and with your back about back on the floor, that should help the Hawks. But the Kings have got off to a good start. You would think the Kings look like to me they're playing without any pressure. The Hawks look like a bit of a pressure still. I can't understand it. Both teams can't make the playoffs.
No, I couldn't understand that either. Sydney just looked like they're playing more of a free-flowing style, and it suits the players that are out on the floor. It suits Magid, it suits Luke Martin, it suits Anatoly Bose, and Gines as well. He just looks as if the shackles have been taken off without Julian Kazoo in the middle, as Martin Eddy misses another close attempt.
See, I reckon that's good play, you know, good structured play. Eddy's got to finish that.
Gruber's in for Wollongong, along with Ubaka.
Gruber's got to shoot that. Like, surely he can make that shot, Steve.
That one's on. As everybody's starting to walk, it must be on Tim Conrad. Yes, 2-2.
Steve, I really think if you're given the foul line jumper, whether you're a renowned shooter or not, I reckon you've got to take it and have a crack. Let's just say this to Troy Pillen.
I was just about to say, would you tell Troy Pillen?
Yes, I would. I would. He wasn't a renowned shooter. All I'd say is they're giving you that much of a gap, attack the guy off the dribble. You know, when a guy stands, you can get a run at him. So I'd like to see Gruber be more aggressive. If it misses, and make the adjustment. But if you make it, they go, uh-oh, now he's got to come out and guard him.
So in the same vein as in today's game, as, let's see, a Troy Pillen would be from New Zealand.
Well, Dylan Boucher.
Dylan Boucher.
You know, and we saw, you know, Dylan make his first three-pointer here of his career, and I said he's not renowned as a shooter, but I think it's still his only three.
The field goal's on the bottom of the screen. Anatoly Bose throws picks off the cross-court pass.
Sydney Kings are looking good here. Nice little leads.
Martin looking for Grant.
He's got to get the ball. Probably 3 seconds when he stepped out.
Stepped out for the jump shot. Look out when he starts hitting that, the 12-footer. You got to close that on him. And he starts rattling the rim.
Well,
this pressure is bothering Wollongong.
Yeah, he's got to attack that. No one's attacking.
Katron. He Gines. It wasn't much of a hit, a bit of a flop, but he was there outside the circle.
I thought Gruber should have attacked that. Again, got the ball wide open to the top, attack it, and then create a lane instead of just flicking it on.
Yeah, it wasn't a terribly big hit, as we saw the slow motion. It never looks as physical in slow motion, of course.
Well, I tell you what, Gordy McLeod, I'd be worried if I was here the way the Hawks have started this game, and if I was Shane, I'd be feeling pretty good. But this is the Hawks' home court, and with Kazoo out, you would have thought that it'd be the reverse. Credit to the Sydney Kings.
Well, the Sydney Kings got out of the blocks just like this against the Gold Coast last week. They've scored the last 9 points to be up by 10.
Hawks in their matchup zone, handing guys off right now.
Imagine.
I'll switch this.
Throws it to Grant. He throws it up, can't get the finish, and it's Catron with the rebound.
So I think in another year or two, Grant will finish that. Just a little bit of lack of composure.
Davison just too big for Gines.
Wow, that was Russian as well.
Yeah, he didn't have to shoot it that quick. He had a huge advantage. Larry Davison in the mix again. Getting into it with Jerry Grant. Kings just under the 50% mark from the field. We're shooting it at 70% in the first quarter against the Gold Coast, but we're only up by 4.
There's been a lot of rotations by the Hawks in the first quarter. You talk about the game being short to 40 minutes, and I just don't know whether guys can settle when you're rotating them that quick, Steve. I know you want to get everyone to go, you're trying to maintain intensity, but this game is different with 40 minutes now to 48. Guys can stay out on the floor a bit longer.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, 2 or 3 minutes ain't enough. You want to, you need that 5-6 minutes to get going a lot of the time.
Well, I played a lot of minutes. It was a different game back then. But there were players, even after my era, Rob Rose and Darnell Mee, and guys that clocked a lot of minutes. Ball's deflected, goes to Ibaka. He steps into that huge transition jumper.
Now, Jonesy, Alex Jones, he's a catch-and-shoot guy, a garbage guy rebounder. He just saw when he put the ball to the floor. That's not his strength. Where the turnover occurred from.
Imagine.
Good confidence. I like the post-up, though, of Grant.
He loses it.
Still, I think that's the right thing, Steve. We spoke about that before the game.
Ibaka.
He's in.
Throws it to Catron.
Very unselfish by Ibaka. Very unselfish. Could have probably scored there, but that's what they need.
Like Edie on the other end of the floor, Catron needs to make that. Spoon-fed on that dish by Indy Ibaka. Tyson DeMoss in for the last 17 seconds for his D.
Get in two. Well, Ibaka and Martin didn't get much time together, and I really feel you could feel a little bit of a momentum swing with them both there. Obviously, Martin's gone out. You've got to get Tyson in the game to give him a run, but I still think that 1-2 punch of players being able to put the ball on the floor is pretty good these days. It's the modern game, I reckon, Steve.
Catron short on both of those.
You've got to make them.
Sydney,
Sorry, Steve, especially when a guy penetrates you and gets you wide open to the rim.
So instead of getting 3, they get none. Martin on the mismatch goes for the 3. Big swing. 5 or 6 point swing with Luke Martin connected on the 3 for Sydney.